Hey yo, what is going on everybody? Depraved Slasher here, and we are back with another reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved. Hella excited.
Happy birthday. No, I'm not doing that. Yo, happy birthday, King Blitz.
Happy birthday.
He dropped this song on his birthday. We're getting the early link to check
right.
it out.
However, it is technically his birthday.
But it is his birthday.
5 o'clock in the morning here.
Yes. And
End of our day.
I am super excited to check this out, and I will say why. So Blitz on Twitter, a while ago at this point, was like, hey, give me a singer because I need a singer for a track. And like me and several other people like, Atlus Music, dude, go check out Atlus Music. You'll really like him. Go listen. And then he announced not too long ago he had a track he was working on with Atlus. So I was like, oh, I'm excited. And then now, this is the track. It's out on his birthday. He actually shot us the early link, which a lot of people don't send out early links to us.
Right.
One person does a lot, but we don't always. He always sends it out like 2 hours before the song comes out, and I'm like, dude, this did not help.
You know who you are, Jackson.
Jackson. But yeah, so I'm actually mostly excited that Blitz actually sent this out early enough that I was able to get to it.
Right. Well, and also, we can't always get to them because of your work schedule, and if you guys support us more, we could do this instead of
Me working.
Yeah.
Just saying.
There is that.
Not that I need you guys to. I mean, I do like my job. I would definitely like to be home with her way more, but.
Aww.
But no, it's man. The one thing I will say, and this is just me being 100% honest, I absolutely love Bliss to death, like a brother to me.
You guys are goofy as hell together too.
Dude, I swear to God, we were talking on the phone earlier. And he does the same shit I do with tangents and conversations. Dude, our conversation's all over the place. But I feel like he's one of the few people that can keep up with it. She can, as well.
Easily.
But, yeah, because my mind goes everywhere and I want to talk about everything. And he's the same way.
Right.
So his mind's everywhere. He wants to talk about everything.
You two are definitely more like... I can keep up easily, but I am not like the hype person doing it. Whereas you two get super excited about what you're doing. And it's not that I'm not, like, thoroughly entertained or in the conversation or what, but I'm just not one of those hype people. I have, like, a very mellow sort of vibe. So while I keep up, no problem. And I think tangentially, too. I just have a mellow approach to it versus this.
I was going to say...
Squirrel!
I am, admittedly, one of the laziest hyperactive people I know.
Yes.
And here's what I mean by that.
Physically lazy.
I can lay in bed all day and not get up, but my feet or something are always moving. I'm always moving in the bed. There's not sitting still at all, but
not even
I'm not getting out of bed either.
Well, and your arms in the air,
my
like
arms
conducting.
Start moving around.
Yeah.
I wonder if Blitz is the same way.
He's high.
I was
going
to write us a track, but then I got high.
Right. Whereas you don't have any of the downers to suppress that, and you drink Mountain Dew like water.
I bleed Mountain Dew.
Right?
I might drink more than Crypt.
Well, I mean, he's normally got his Papa Dew cans, whereas you're drinking out of the...
Fuck cans, there ain't enough in that for me.
Oh, can you imagine our recycling if we recycled in terms of how many cans would be in it?
We'd make like $5 a day.
Easily. Maybe you should switch to cans.
Nah.
It's too much work.
Prefer 2 liters. There's way more in one goal. But yeah, so as I've digressed, we've digressed.
It's normal.
It's
what
normal. We do. Yeah, I'm super stoked for this fucking song.
Plus, we love Atlus. Atlus's voice is amazing. Just fucking amazing. I've had
a very small conversation with Atlus on.
Yeah, and you said
Instagram.
He's super chill too.
And he's super chill as well.
Yeah.
Like, I really do hope Atlus blows. I mean, obviously I hope Blitz blows up too.
Right, but I really hope they both get
I hope Atlus does as well. Yeah. Atlus has probably got one of my favorite singing voices.
I agree.
On YouTube, the only person I think I might like singing voice-wise more is Binks.
Binks.
But again, as I've said before, and me and Blitz even talked about it earlier, I think Binks is the best all-around artist on YouTube.
He's the best well-rounded artist. I would put them kind of equal. Binks has a beautiful angelic voice. I really like the rasp in Atlus's voice.
Like I've said before, I actually think Atlus sounds very much like Josh Kratchik, I think was his name, which was a guy off of X Factor season 1 here in America many, many years ago.
Okay. Didn't watch it.
But no, I love Atlus's voice.
Let's see what they did.
I love Blitz as a human being.
And
I like
and
Atlus as a
rapper.
human being too. I'm just saying I don't talk
Know
with Atlus
him,
as
yeah.
much as Blitz.
Well,
So.
plus in your personal call with Blitz earlier, he said this is one of the tracks he's most proud of.
Right.
So far that he's put out.
So
Exciting.
with that long ass intro aside, love y'all. This is It Stings featuring Atlus.
It Stings.
From King Blitz.
All right.
Let's get it.
Progress, it's a process. When I stop overthinking, think regardless it won't change. All of my mistakes, they keep on weighing on my brain. Ask me how I feel, I say okay, I'm not okay. I know y'all see these smiles and all this funny shit, but when you cut off the camera, it get lonely quick. Really, I got no friends, I got no fam. Everybody playing victim and holding feelings, they just won't admit. They think that I think they jealous of me.
I am liking the vibe of the song so far.
Right.
Because I think all of us have felt this way at some point. I will say though, Blitz, I'm just saying, homie, if you ever get to feeling like this and you need somebody to talk to, you got my number, bro.
You do have friends.
You do have
And
friends
ones that
many
aren't
people
jealous
love
of
you.
your fame or...
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Actually, during our conversation earlier, he was like, man, because I told him we were talking about subs. And I was like, yeah, we just hit 2,500 the other day. He's like, oh, man, I'm proud of you. I'm like, dude, honestly, for me, it's cool, but I'm more proud of seeing, like, you guys. And, like, dude,
Right.
he's about at 25K subs last I checked.
For you.
Like, him and I started right at about the same time.
Right. Right.
And he just skyrocketed.
Good
And
for
I've
him.
absolutely loved watching it happen.
Yeah.
It's
But that's what true friends do.
right.
They're proud of you for any progress that you've made.
Exactly.
But yeah, the whole overthinking thing, like my brain still brings up shit I did in 3rd grade.
Right.
It's that overthinking, introspective brain that won't shut off. And yeah, plenty of times you're like, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm not fine.
They just won't admit. They think that I think they jealous of me. Shit, I ain't even that special to me. Used to get picked on cause I wasn't like, now I'm supposed to pick on them and get these likes. They thinking that it's getting to me. It is what it is though. Can't blame them for what they don't know. Just hold my words against me. Because they love is 6 feet.
Go ahead and bury me. I'm used to feeling this low and acting like you know a thing. But you
Jesus
about
Christ.
what I've been through.
I
Can
can't
you
fucking
start
do this.
over?
I can't
because
fucking do this right now.
I-
Oh my god.
Oh, Christ. Okay, so between his Blitz's message and Atlus's voice, that just hit me.
For me, it was even more of a combo of you got Blitz's message, and then Blitz goes into singing,
Which was great, by the way.
which he did amazing
Yeah,
at singing.
your voices.
And
you
then
should
for
sing
Atlus
more.
to come in and then back that up and go into his thing, like I got
And the rasp
fucking
hit
chills right now.
immediately. Go ahead and bury me, and oh.
I wasn't ready for this shit.
I need us to turn off the lights and just listen to this in private. I need a moment.
I was like, we'll probably hear it again after this is over. Man.
Fucking
Go ahead and bury me. I'm used to feeling this low and acting like you know a thing. But you about what I've been through. But I don't really care if you're feeling me, no. Lost a lot of hands, but I still never fall. Go ahead, say what you need. Even if it stinks.
even if it stings.
To be honest, I wish people had that attitude more.
Go ahead and say what you need.
Because for me, I was always the kid in high school. Even though I didn't have my shit together, I was still the person that people came to talk to.
Oh.
That people
yeah.
came to confide in and ask for advice. And I used to always pre-warn them before they did, because a lot of them would come to me on reference from somebody else.
I've always been the phone psychologist.
And they would come to me and be like, hey, look, I got something going on I need to talk to you about. And I would look at them and be like, look, the one thing I will tell you before we go into this conversation, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear.
Right.
I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And sometimes it stings.
Right.
Dog.
Well, and just the talk about, like, I was the kid in school that got bullied. I definitely was, but then
As was I.
when they needed something.
Although I think I was the kid in school that got bullied for different reasons. My bullying was race-related.
Right.
Again, I've talked with people about this. I went to an all-black school. I grew up in all-black neighborhoods.
Right.
And yeah, I got picked on a lot. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for my parents being the loving parents that they fucking were, I probably would have grown up to be racist. I'm not even gonna lie.
Right.
Thank God that I didn't.
Right.
But no, I got picked on a lot for being white. It did not help when I dyed my hair blonde when Eminem became famous.
Could see that.
I
got picked on for being the black sheep. I mean,
But-
I was smart. That was what mattered to me, was reading and grades. I wasn't interested in playing along to be popular. I wasn't interested in getting along with the popular kids. Just wasn't important to me.
Right.
So therefore I wasn't, but I was the person that was approached even by the popular kids when they had a problem, or if they wanted to know about any music outside of the Christian sphere. I was big into a lot of different musical scenes.
Well, and like I've said before, it wasn't just being white. I got picked on for being smart. I always fucked up everybody's grading curve.
Me too.
Always.
That was one thing they were pissed about. Yeah. But it was also a major thing with my parents. So,
Right.
I mean, it wasn't just that I was smart and that it did actually matter to me. It mattered to my parents. Like, it was, yeah.
Oh, no, me being smart definitely mattered to me more than my parents. I didn't want to... For whatever reason in high school, well, not high school, middle school mostly, I had this attitude that academically I wanted to be the best.
Right.
I wanted to be the smartest kid in class. And again, I was always that kid I never had to study.
Right.
I picked up on everything just by listening. Like, you'd see people writing notes and taking notes and going
I
through
never
and doing
took
things,
that.
and I never did. I just sat there and listened.
Mm-hmm.
And I picked up on it. Now I can no longer do that. I'm
Oh,
older,
fuck no.
and my
Not
mind is
even
like, fuck
remotely.
you. You're not going to remember
But,
shit. But
To me, it wasn't like you said you wanted to be the smartest in the class. I didn't care about the rest of the class. What I wanted was the 100% and the A+ on my papers. I didn't care if other people got the same thing. I didn't care if they got the extra credit points. I wanted to see that on my papers.
right.
So it was solely about me. But then again, you know, I did have the pressure at home, and if I got a B, I got to talk about, you know, we need to do better next time. And I'm not saying that they were
I got grounded for
super.
a C.
Yeah, I got grounded for that too. But I'm not saying that they were like super controlling, but you have to have 100% all the time. It was an important aspect in our family. So
Right.
yeah, but the whole sting part, yeah, I've definitely said that stuff that has been correct, but not what they wanted to hear. I won't back up your opinion if it's wrong.
Right.
And I don't want that from you either. If I'm wrong, it may sting, but I want to hear that I'm wrong.
Exactly.
Even if it's this, even if it's this,
They drag your name through the dirt, and I stick to the code. It seems it just make it worse. If I got a problem with you, then I'm calling you first. I'm your fucking little brother, it cut deep, this shit hurt. I called you several times, you ain't even reply, not even once. Couldn't even reach to see if I was okay, not even once. Begging my wife not to reply online, did it for months. And you know that it's...
I'm not going to go into the story here. I can tell you about it later. But I actually know everything that he's talking about here.
Okay.
It was definitely a fucked up situation.
But I do agree with the general message of, like, if I have a problem with someone, I'm going to go to them first.
Right.
Or I'm not going to talk about it.
Like, and again, I'm not going to go into details, but me and Blitz were talking a lot about the music industry today. And what's funny is, if people would have heard us from the outside, they would have looked at us and been like, oh, you guys are just hating. It's like, it's not that we're hating. We're not talking shit about the people that we're talking about. It's what we do like and what we don't like about things that they do musically, things like that. And I think so many people take critiquing as hate, and critiquing isn't necessarily hate. It's just...
Some of it's personal preference. Some of it is just shady moves. Some of it is, well, the flow could have been tighter here.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's just to try and help.
But no, if I ever have an actual personal problem with somebody, I am not the type of person that's ever going to go and run to my friends and be like, hey man, this dude's this dude's that, I can't stand this dude, I can't stand that. Like, if I got a problem with somebody, I'm going to approach them and be like, look, you're moving funny.
Right. The only time that I've gone to somebody else first was, I need help putting this the correct way to get through to them. And here are my ideas. This is the message that I want to give.
Right.
Can you help me out? But it's never been, I mean, I either come to you personally or I ghost you. And either way.
Like Tupac from earlier.
Yeah.
Ghost him. He's gone.
Disappear in front of your face like a dope fiend. Was listening, y'all.
Once, begging my wife not to reply online, did it for months. And you know that it's fact, you just running with your assumptions. Call my wife a bitch, I'm supposed to call you my brother. It could be so bad, I just only replied I love you. It won't be the same, it's a pain that I hurt my mother. But I gotta find peace for me.
Go ahead and bury me.
Ooh! Did they do that earlier? Why did I not hear that earlier?
Go ahead and bury me?
No, I'm hearing Blitz sing behind him.
Oh, I don't know if they did, but yeah.
Dude, that gave me chills.
Earlier it was his singing transition into Atlus. I'm not sure if they... We'd have to listen to it again to see if they doubled the vocals, but that's...
Find peace for me.
Go ahead and bury me.
I like that.
I'm used to feeling this low and acting like you know a thing. What to about what I've been through, but I don't really care if you're feeling me. No, lost a lot of hands.
Blitz has this great, like, low growl kind of, and it's not...
It's not even a growl, it's just his voice. Like,
no, I know, but it's down so low that it sounds almost like a kind of growly, gravelly, I guess is a better word. But it's also not the same melody. He's keeping it a little bit more
harmonizing
monotone,
with it.
but it's a little bit more... I'm really enjoying this. I also like that he said that he had to find peace for himself.
Right, which is very important.
Sometimes that's the only thing you can do. You can't resolve something, and so you have to find your own peace.
Yeah, I've actually had a very similar situation with what Blitz is going through, just a little different. It was my ex-wife calling my mom a bitch.
Yeah.
And then my mom getting shitty, and then me defending my ex-wife. Because that's always been the type of person I am. I'm going to defend the person I'm with because I love them.
But it's a shitty situation all around.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, finding peace for yourself, because you have to move on, even though the relationship's changed, or problems might not get resolved, or,
right.
You know, you can't let it eat you alive.
Um,
I am going to cry if you don't let this chorus play out.
there's a lyric that goes along with what we're saying. It was done by Royce da 5'9", and it's something like, being angry at somebody is like letting somebody live in your head rent free.
Yeah.
And sometimes
That's a pretty.
or I think it's
famous
holding
quote.
a grudge or something like that. But it is sometimes you have to forgive and move on.
You don't have to forget, but yeah.
To have that clear conscience to be able to proceed with life and grow. And because if you hold on to that anger, hold on to
Right.
that hatred.
I'm terrible at forgiving. So for me, it's not so much like a forgiveness thing as it is just a letting it go thing. That's
Right.
how I find my peace. I won't necessarily forgive someone because I'm not going to forget, especially if it's a big move that is really scarring. I'm not going to forgive you.
Right.
But will I let it go? Let it, dissipate into the past? Yeah. But I'm also going to ghost the fuck out of you.
Right.
What are you doing?
Taking my time. I know you want to hear it.
What's true about what I've been through? But I don't really care if you're feeling me, no. Lost a lot of hands, but I still never fall. Go ahead, say what you.
I love the back of it. Dude, Blitz is going from one ear to the other because of how he mixed it.
Right.
My God, dude.
But I still never fall. Go ahead, say what you need. Even if it stinks. Even if it stinks. Even if it stinks. Even if it stinks. Even if it stinks.
Okay, I need like a 5-minute track for that. Like, I'm sure, you said what you needed to, but I need you to come up with some more, please. Or just keep repeating the chorus with the back and forth and both of you. Oh. And do check on someone you love today.
Yes, I will say if I had, again, one critique on this song, it's a critique I have on almost every song YouTubers do. So it's not just Blitz. Again, I grew up in the 90s, early 2000s. Every song was 3 verses.
3 verses. It's just the structure. It's not the actual person.
No. It's
Yeah.
it's become very normal for today
Short
to
attention
do
spans.
a 3 to 3.5 minute song. When again, we've had this conversation outside of all this.
Right.
We grew up with 18-track albums. Maybe 4 of them were skits.
And it was so exciting.
Everything else was a 4 to 5 minute track.
I get really disappointed with like 8-track EPs now. I'm like, where is the other half of the album?
No shit.
Like, guys, wow.
And then you got artists like T-Rev who's like, here's a 20 album track or 20 song album. And I'm like,
Which,
shit.
I would almost prefer, honestly. But yeah, this is one of those songs that now I'm going to have to like at least loop it twice in a row to get the amount that I need out of it. It was amazing, guys. It was absolutely amazing.
Now, with that being said, my one quote-unquote negative critique, I am going to go out and say, Blitz, this is hands down my favorite song he's done.
How is that a critique?
And I said aside from my critique.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait. I do not know what that word means.
For me, my favorite tracks from any artist are the songs that they pour their soul into.
Right.
You look at the song Crips did, where he was rapping about his grandmother.
Yep.
Off of his album.
Yep.
You look at songs from Quedeca that are like, that's like, I Don't Care.
Right.
Just those songs that, like, it came from the heart. And I'm not saying that all songs aren't don't have their soul in it. But the one you can
These
tell
harder
they're
ones,
bleeding
though.
their
Yeah.
emotions onto the track. Those are the ones that I gravitate for.
Right.
Dude, that was such a beautiful fucking song. Amazingly done. And like I said, definitely my favorite King Blitz song I have heard.
I haven't heard a whole lot of Blitz since you were my introduction to him, and that's been 3 months.
Right.
But from what I've heard, this is definitely my favorite. And the one that resonates with me the most. It's relevant to situations I've been in, and therefore not only can you tell that he's singing from a really tough spot, but it's one that I've been in before, so I can feel it. And you can tell that Atlus gets it
Right.
as well. So
And yes, as the message said at the end of the video, definitely check on somebody you love all the time.
and yeah,
It's-
not for any particular reason. Just check on them because you love them. And the whole "I'm okay." If you know they're not okay,
Right.
don't leave them. You know, and don't assume they're okay.
Yeah, I've made it a point to try and even get a hold of like all of my friends on a more consistent basis lately. I may not be able to talk to them every day,
Right.
but every day I try to talk to somebody I haven't in a while.
I'm definitely not an everyday person because then I would not be even remotely okay. I'm too introverted for that shit.
Well,
But I do, like, I check on my mom once a week. I check on my dad every other week.
I need to get a hold of my dad soon. I haven't talked to my dad in probably close to a year.
My parents are both close to 80, so and they're in different states. It's important. My friends, I rotate. So I talk to, I have 4 close friends, and I try and talk to one of them. So it's like 2 per week.
Right.
And I text.
I basically rotate out like my mom with a couple of my best friends and like personal best friends, people I grew up
Right.
with. And then my YouTube homies, Blitz, Dizzy, Dwayne.
Right.
And they're not always necessarily on phone because again, I have Blitz's number. He's the only person I have their number.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else, it's Twitter messages or Discord messages.
Yeah, and that's how I
or jump in a
talk
voice
to the
chat if I
girls
can.
from the Discord.
But no, again, homie.
That was
That
amazing.
was-
And I'm so glad that you could work with Atlus on this track because
I'm
you
gonna
guys
have
put
to
together a masterpiece here.
buy this song if it's on Google Play. Straight up, it's going in a playlist somewhere.
If you haven't,
And
subscribe and like to both of these guys.
yes,
Atlus deserves it. Blitz deserves it. This song deserves a ton of likes. It's his birthday, if for no other reason.
yeah,
hit
for no
the-
other reason,
Yeah,
Go sub
fucking
for his
give him a
birthday.
good birthday, okay?
motherfuckers. Again,
Hit like. It doesn't hurt you, but the amount of views that I see to the amount of people who have actually hit either the like or dislike button, the percentage is shocking. It's like a
Right.
million views and only 20K even hit a like button. It's like, are you serious?
right. But yeah, again, Blitz, homie, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Amazing track. Atlus did a great job as always.
Perfect fit
Did
for
a
you.
great job as always. And anyways, guys, that is gonna do it. We love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and we cannot wait to see you depraved people later.
Bye.
Peace.